A howdy and a howdy. I'm Madam Becca. If I'm on your feed, pay attention. I'm doing one of my year reads for 2025, as it's only a few days before the Western New Year. So seemed like it would be fun to do a 13 card pull, 12 cards for each month and one card for the self. Our card for the self, however, happened to be the Two of Cups reversed, which means you're having some interpersonal problems. Could be business, could be romantic. Um, your relationships aren't super harmonious. My guess is your relationship with yourself isn't super harmonious either. I know what that's like. But that can make for a rough year, but it can also make for a really healing and transformative year. So, knowing that our overarching card is the Two of Cups reversed, let's see what we've got for January. For January has a bunch of situations developing that are outside of your control. Be wary of people from your past coming to drag you back into the old BS. It's a new year, a new you, new situations are yours to explore. Perhaps think of doing that instead. And the way that can work in here is don't go back into old habits. Maybe don't go back around old people, old situations that you know don't serve you and know no longer serve you. Um, in that we can heal some of this interpersonal thing. However, that's going to also probably cause some static. So, be aware. Be aware. Um, for February, we've got the Two of Swords. It's all nice and upright. You see that crow there sitting there at the edge with the blindfold. It's seems to be a little afraid to make a decision here. Doesn't know all the factors. Doesn't know everything's going on. And the way it can manifest in your interpersonal relationships is a situationship. If you are in a situationship, maybe consider not. Now, if it's not relationship, maybe you're in a crappy job where you're not treated right. I don't know. I don't know. But you know what's resonating for you with this, okay? So February shows you're afraid to make a decision. Check where the fear is coming from. Are you getting in your own way of manifesting the reality that you dream of? You will almost never have all the information in order to make a decision. The time for deciding is coming. So, you know, try not to make your decision from a place of fear paralysis. Because when you make a decision out of fear paralysis, I found it's very rarely the right one. Okay? Try to identify where the fear is and nip it in the bud before that decision making comes because we when you're making if you make the wrong decision it can make all of the relationships harder, but it just makes your life harder. So be careful about the fear. Okay, now set that one down, and we have our next one is the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Okay, Seven of Pentacles reversed for March. March is going to help bring clarity to the situation that had you all tangled up in February. Likely, a lot of the fear and indecision was coming from those events that were outside of your control in January. Having a resolution here is going to be good. So some of that fear that you're having about February is really coming from January. And remember, January, you can't control that stuff. Not all you control what you can, and the rest of it you just have to let ride and figure it out from there. And trust, I know exactly how hard that is. Okay, I know exactly how hard that is. But you should have clarity by March for what's going on there. So that's your first quarter of the year read for those who are vibing with the Two of Cups reversed. Stay tuned for quarter two.